Okay, so I'm going to go over my counting strategies. So I used Polypad as my virtual manipulative for this. I included one question per slide for this just so it wasn't so overwhelming, but I'm actually going to go into the Polypad website right now and show you what I have. So I used the number frames to help visualize all these questions a lot better. So for the first question, 9 minus 3 equals what? So I counted back. Here is like 9 blocks, like a 9 frame. And then I visually counted out. So subtraction means take away. So we're taking away 3. So 9, and you take 3 away, you're left with 6. I also showed how to better visualize this through a number line. So you're at 9, and then you go back 3 spaces, and you're at 6. Then I'm just going to go on to number 2. So 8 plus what equals 15. So I included an 8 frame block here, plus I got 7, because again, I used my number line. You're at 8. And then to get to 15, you add 7. So then add 7, you get your 15 as that block right there. For question 3, 16 minus what equals 5? So again, I used number lines to help count back. So 16 all the way to 5. I had to use 2 because it didn't go far enough. But you go back 11. So there is 11 for that. And then I also double checked it by doing it like the inverse, which would be addition. 5 plus 11 gets you right back to 16. I'm going to go over to question 4. So what equals 7 minus 2? Or I also just rearrange this to make it simpler. 7 minus 2 equals what? So you have 7. Subtraction means taking away. You take away 2, you are left with 5. And again, that's the number line I got. 7 minus 2, you get 5. So question 5, 13 equals what plus 7? Or I arranged it as 13 minus 7 equals what? So here you have your 13 blocks. You're taking away 7. That means you're left with 6. And again, 13 minus 7 equals 6 on the number line. And then I also did 6 plus 7 equals 13 for the addition part of it, just to help visualize it better. And then last question for this part, number 6, we have 6 equals 14 minus what? Or 14 minus blank equals 6. So you have 14 blocks, subtraction, again, taking away what? What gets you to 6? 8. I counted backwards again. From the number line, you're at 14. All the way to 6, you are going back 8. So that I just included a screenshot for each of my questions on the slides here, just to make it, like I said, less overwhelming. And then I included one of all of them together. And then for my base 10 part of this, I used the Math Learning Center. I was having a hard time. I was trying to take pictures and upload them, but they weren't capturing the whole screen. So I'm just going to go into each tab and explain. So for question 1, we had 154 plus 162. So here we have this big yellow base 10 here that's 100. So we got 100 plus, and then these are 5 tens to get 50, and then 4 ones. So 100 plus 50 plus 4. And then I did the same thing with 162, 100 plus 60 plus 2. So I got, when you combine everything, you get 2 100s, 11 tens, and 6 ones. So since there are 11 tens, and 10 tens make up 1 100, I regrouped 10 of those 11 tens to make another 100, and then there is 1 10 left over. So we had 200 plus 110 plus 6 is 316 for question 1. Then for question 2, 274 plus 247. Again, I physically put all these pieces together, 200 plus 70 plus 4 plus, and then the next one is 200 plus 40 plus 7 to get 247. So when you put them all together, you get 4 100s. And then you also get 11 10s and 11 1s. So again, I had to regroup the 10s and the 1s because 10 10s make another 100, and then 10 1s you get 110, and you're left over with another 1 and a 10 from the previous one. So when you get all that, it's 400 plus 110 plus 11. I got 521 as my final answer for that one. Okay, the next one was 534 minus 275. So again, I put all the pieces out to visualize it. So and then this is up here the yellow is 534, the red is 275. So for the ones place, you can't do 4 minus 5, and I just wrote this out because it helped me to physically solve it on paper, lining all the numbers up. So I did that here. So you can't take 4 minus 5 in the ones place. I had to regroup them by breaking one of the 10s into 1s and bringing it over to get 14 total 1s. So here there are 3 10s here. I brought that over by regrouping. So then I took 14 minus 5 to get 9 in the ones place. For the 10s place, you can't do 2 minus 7. So again, I had to regroup. I broke one of the hundreds into 10 10s. So then that will become 12 10s. I then took 12 minus 7 to get 5 in the 10s place. Again, these 2 10s would join this 10 10s here. So 10 10s plus 2 10s is 12 10s. And then in the hundreds place, there was previously a 5, but that became a 4 with the regrouping. So all I had to do is take 4 minus 2, and I got 2 in the hundreds place. So then I'm left with 259 as my final answer, and I double checked it again with lining it up, like actually doing the math on paper, and I also got 259. Question 4, 732 minus 556. So I had to break this actually into like 2 slides because it wasn't letting me put down a certain number of blocks, so that was kind of annoying, but I still liked how it visualized everything for me. So again, with the ones place, you can't do 2 minus 6, so again, you have to regroup. So I broke down one of the 10s into 1s, so then I got 12. I then took 12 minus 6, and I got 6 for the ones place. For the 10s place, you can't do 2 minus 5, so regrouping once again, and I took one of the hundreds and broke it into 10 10s. After that, I got 12, so I was able to subtract 5 from that to get 7 in the 10s place. For the hundreds place, the 7 was then replaced by a 6 from previously regrouping it, so all I had to do was take 6 minus 5 to get 1 in the hundreds place. Here was my way of visualizing it. I was drawing arrows to what moved over when I regrouped it, and then these 2 10s here would again join this here. What was previously 100, it's now 10 10s, so you get 12 10s again, like I explained. So then I got 176 as my final answer. I just want to show you this tab. This is my creation of the 556 part. I just couldn't put it all into one, so I still wanted to show that I did that. Okay, last one. It was a create your own addition or subtraction, 3-digit sentence, so I just created 451 plus 118. So here, once again, is 400, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 5 10s, 50, plus 1 left over, and then the 100 plus 10 plus 8, 118. So when you put it all together, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 100s, you get 6 10s, and then you get 9 1s right there. So you're left with 569. And then I just put all the links here, and that's all I have. Thank you for watching.